Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to our lecturer, Dr. Munir and our friend. For this presentation, we will discuss about case 3, which is Dunkin' Brand Group. We are from Group 5 and now I will introduce our group member. The first is Aina Zara binti Zainabidin and second Fu Huying and third is Lau Tingyi. Next is Keh Kaiwei and the next presenter is Aziz Shafisa and the last is Cha Wai Ting.
Dunkin' Brands Group is headquartered in Canton, Massachusetts and has almost 17,000 distribution sites in 58 countries. The corporation is made up of two of America's most well-known brands, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin-Robbins. Dunkin' Brands franchise has 10,083 Dunkin' Donuts locations and 6,711 Baskin-Robbins locations. The franchise is largely focused on the East Coast with only one outlet. Global or local market description. First, products. Out of the total sales, only 8 to 9% of the sales revenue comes from donuts. Baskin-Robbins provides a wide range of products, particularly ice cream. The menu is always changing to reflect the season. Second, pricing. Dunkin' Brands products are moderately priced and keep close to competition. Baskin-Robbins occasionally offers weekly discounts in response to new seasonal arrivals. Global pricing is used by Dunkin' Brands to ensure high-quality product offerings. Third, distribution. Dunkin' Brands has just expanded into Western India, with Mumbai as its first stop. India and China are its most recent market expansion zones. Freshly produced eatables are sent to food chains directly within 24 hours. Baskin-Robbins has been expanding its stores throughout nations since 1970. And the last is promotion and advertising. The brand is promoted through print media, internet adverts on websites, and television commercials. Baskin-Robbins use all the channels like poster, television, hoarding, interactive games, and even rock concert tickets. The most strong of the 5 competitive forces is generally rivalry among competing firms. Number 1. Interval rivalry. Dunkin' Brands faces a very competitive environment within the coffee and snack industry, such as Starbucks Corporation, Face Coffee, and McDonald's McCafe. Number 2. Entry, which is the main barrier a new entrant faces, is required investment, established brand regulation. Number 3. Tricks of substitution. For example, coffee is a hot drink containing caffeine, so coffee drinkers may substitute with tea. Number 4. Supplier power. No suppliers of coffee beans individually hold a large share of the market. Almost a third of the world's coffee is produced in Brazil. And number 5. Buyer power. We believe that any one individual buyer has very little power.
In the part of competitive environments, we need to know the fast foods industry has becoming intense and able to generate wealth revenues. Here are the dominant rivals for the Dunkin' brand. The first one is Starbucks. It is because Starbucks have maintained its top leading positions in the coffee industry by investing in Costa Rica. A database provided by Forbes, Starbucks had 43% of market shares in 2015 compared to 27% of our Dunkin' brand. Next would be the Krispy Kreme donuts. This company has operated from 695 locations in the United States, and within 20 other countries, it has a daily production of 7.5 million donuts, which add up to 2.7 billion per year. Krispy Kremes offer fresh and quality donuts to the customers. As compared with Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme's appeals extends across all major demographics groups. The signature product is inexpensive and competitively priced. From the annual reports 2011, Tim Hortons has indicated that the revenues has increased 12.5%, but 38.6% have decreased in the net profits, which is the current ratios 1/3. And 126 million.
Macroenvironment can be described as a correlation of various factors and conditions which can have a positive or negative impact on the enterprise. It also refers to the type of external business environment in which the enterprise and its macroenvironmental force exist in the external business environment and bring opportunity or threats to the enterprise. Firstly, economic factor. Several economic factors influence Dunkin' Brands market such as a country GDP, per capita wages, inflation, and purchasing power parity are all significant variables that can affect the Dunkin' business. Secondly, social-cultural environment. The social value and culture of an environment play a huge role in the operation of Dunkin' Brands. Therefore, when the social environment changes, it can have a direct or indirect impact on the Dunkin' brand in the long run. Dunkin' brand thrives in society and occasion that people expect to celebrate and rapidly change the dietary preference of customers. Thirdly, political and legal factor. A stable legal and political government is very important if the business and the economy as a whole are to succeed, because the political environment of a country is a combination of the legislative, administrative, and judicial branch, while the legal environment refers to the rules, law, regulation, and judgment that affect the operation of a company. Political factors play an important role in affecting Dunkin' brand profit for a long term in a certain country or market. Next is technological environment. The development of technology can be a huge advantage for a company, but it may also pose a threat to the company. Dunkin' brands always innovate drive-thru lane technology because they believe that the sales of owning a drive-thru restaurant are 40% higher than those of a non-drive-thru restaurant. Dunkin' brands also thrive to emphasize that it expects customers by creating mobile application because it enables them to order at any time, any place, and any device. Lastly, demographic factor. Population power ultimately involves the population that provide patronage to business and contribute to the economy. Ultimately, meeting the needs of any population is the primary reason for Dunkin' brand and the reason for Dunkin' brand to succeed. Population growth and the resulting demographic trends are important areas of Dunkin' brand research because it will impact their sales directly. Dunkin' brand need to know actually who is providing it with the best service in order to generate profit.
Dunkin' brand existing vision is to be always the desired place for great coffee beverage, delicious complimentary donuts, and bakery products to enjoy with family and friends. Mission. Dunkin' brand mission statement is to be the leading provider of the wide range delicious beverage and baked product around the kingdom in a convenient, relaxed, friendly environment that ensure the highest level of quality product and best value for money. Objectives and strategies. On Dunkin' brand Instagram website, there is a picture of an adorable box full of donuts, the majority of which have a heart design and are pink in color. The message on the package convey passion and affection. The wrapper, sweet flavor, pink color, and heart shape of the donut evoke empathy and warmth in customers. This sort of functionality is characteristic of the logo brand archetype, as you might have guessed. Develop mission and mission statements for the organization. Mission statement: to be recognized as a leading distinctive brand, delicious, ready-to-eat premium donut makers provided to consumers at the most fair, affordable price for a healthier, refreshing, filling, and completely satisfying meal. Technique used to develop the mission statement: first, providing items that are fresh and nutritious; second, affordability and fair pricing; best product with a decent quantity offered to the consumer. Value. Technique used to develop the vision statement. First, after determining the company objective, evaluate the true human meaning of their mission, nutritional benefit for health-conscious shoppers, homemade, cooked in accordance with proper food and health policy to ensure freshness, such as proper temperatures, hand washing, and glove use practice, and so on.
Next is strengths. Strengths are constructive and internal market indicators that help a company meet its goals and objectives. The strengths for Dunkin' brands include achieve a strong reputation for high quality food and beverage products, ice cream, and particularly coffee. Second is high brand recognition, which is customer perception of the Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin-Robbins brands is strong. Brand loyalty is highest in New England.
According to the Franchise Fact 2011, franchising is a major industry in the United States today with over 3,000 franchise network. Franchising model allow a brand expand at a lower rate. Franchisees fee and dividends earned help franchisees to develop their brand. Fee and dividend used to finance business activities, train and help franchisees, sell and promote brands, and many more. Furthermore, franchising seems to be most powerful marketing tools.
Competitive pricing is one of the strengths in sports. In tough economic times, Dunkin's may also have an advantage over Starbucks due to their competitive pricings and down-to-earth and fast service.
Next, weakness. Weakness are destructive and internal factors that can affect an organization or a company. The weakness for Dunkin' brands include have a small geographical area. Dunkin' Donuts has a small geographical area and its brand recognition is concentrated in the Northeast. Competitors such as Starbucks occupy a first mover advantage in many southern and western markets as well as internationally.
Dunkin' brand group has a low financial capabilities. Company needs a significant financial capital to fight a significant increase in market share. Due to the financial restraints, Dunkin's stability has been harmed, and company has to cut down its development plans.
Its high levels of indebtedness is one of the weaknesses in sports. Analysts predict a long-term decline in debt level due to Dunkin' brand's strong free cash flows and good growth prospects. The company's heavy levels of indebtedness and relative illiquidities can limit the flows of financial.
Construct an IFT metric. Step 1. Identify the key internal factors. We have to do additional analysis to identify more key internal factors for the metric from the SWOT analysis. Step 2. Assign the weights and rating. Each key factor should be assigned a weight ranging from 0.0 to 1.0. The sum of all the weight must equal to 1.0. Only the ratings from 1 to 2 can be assigned to each weakness and 3 to 4 to each change. Next, weighted scores. The score is the result of weight multiplied by rating. Step 3. Use the result. IFT metric have little value on their own. IFT metric is especially useful when building advanced SWOT analysis and SWOT metric for strategies.
Okay, for the next SWOT is opportunity. Opportunity is the easy way to remember. It is that opportunities are both constructive and external. They have everyone who can take advantage of them, but they cannot be produced whenever and whenever they are desired. And the first opportunity for Dunkin' brand is technology is improving in areas such as food preparation, marketing, packaging, technology, and other. And for the Dunkin' brand, launch Dunkin' Run, an interactive website and iPhone application that will enable consumers to request and place Dunkin' brand group order with unparalleled easy, speed, quality, and fun in a few clicks.
International market expansion in the nearer country and the region in the world. Although the product is good, but the market still need to expand, especially with the increasing of people income and consumption of better product. In addition, international market expansion in the nearer country and region in the world can become a huge source of income and growth for Dunkin' and Baskin-Robbins.
Customers seek convenience because of their healthy lifestyle. With more time spent on commuting, customers have little time to prepare and to clean at home, and food is often consumed on the go. So Dunkin' brand will bring fresh and delicious ready-to-eat food to the menu. That's what it did.
SWOT is three. Three are both negative and external in nature. This means that risks are detrimental to your company, but there is nothing you can do to prevent them from come to your company. The first threat for the Dunkin' brand is consumer habit for coffee, donut, and ice cream may be shifting due to rising health awareness. It is important to ensure that food high in fat, sugar, and salt are properly controlled.
Similar to other brands, direct and indirect competition are Dunkin' brand main threat. The competitors for the Dunkin' brand are from local cafe and bakery and international entrants to apparel market. Furthermore, another factor that worry the brand cannot expand as quickly as its main competitors, such as Starbucks, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, and Burger King.
Increasing raw material costs. The prices of raw materials such as coffee bean and sugar have risen. Nevertheless, KFC is also have an effect that labor costs, raw material costs, and operating expenses are rising, and it will affect KFC sales and revenue. This is a big threat to KFC. Climate change and other similar threats will also affect this brand.
To construct an external factors evaluations matrix for a Dunkin' brand, at first I have listed the external factors and categorized them as opportunities and threats. Once I have identified the opportunity and threats, I assign them to weighted score. To do this, assign a weight to each factors based on its importance.
Is strategic formulation. Important strategic formulation analytical framework technique can be integrated into a three-stage 9 metric of tool widely used for strategic planning as a guide. Stage 1, it is called the input stage. Stage 1 discuss the basic input information needed to formulate strategy. For Dunkin' brand company dedicated to a cost leader in the US coffee and snack shop market, which is described as offering the same or the better quality goods or service at a lower price than all the competition. Dunkin' brand were able to charge cheaper costs for their goods in 3 ways as opposed to their rival. Okay, for the next stage is stage 2. It's called the matching stage. Dunkin' brand, the franchisor of both Dunkin' Donut and Baskin-Robbins, has created a highly efficient operating model that is closely with the company business philosophy and has improved the company ability to implement its low-cost, reliable premium service model with the quick service restaurant industry after successful transitioning from a donut first to a coffee first approach. We believe Dunkin' brand is highly successful in driving operational business model. Lastly is stage 3, which is decision stage, involve a single technique, individual strategy. Dunkin' brand choose a two alternative, which is creating product that are both inexpensive in terms of the raw material and healthy, and also opening the store in the international market or ASEAN market as a QSPM in this report. The next is a SWOT metric technique. A SWOT metric is important matching tools that help managers develop 4 types of strategy. As you can see in this video, SO strategy look for opportunity that are a good match for the company's strength. The purchasing power in the ASEAN market is low. Expanding in this area would boost Dunkin' benefit because of its lower cost approach. So you can see for the strength for an opportunity too. And next is investing in nutrition goods and promoting emerging goods by advertisement. And next is WO strategy, overcome weaknesses in order to seize opportunity. The first example is opening store in the international market or ASEAN market, which is you can see weaknesses 1 and opportunity 3. And next is S3 strategy, determine how the firm's strength should be used to reduce exposure to external threats. Next is developing the opportunity to hold consumer interest on the brand in order to shield the brand from potential competition and ensure that Dunkin' brand customers do not turn to the other new store. As you can see at strength 2 and threat 2. And next is WT. WT strategies mean create a defense strategy to keep the firm weaknesses from leaving its externally such to external trade. And for example, it's creating products that are both inexpensive in terms of a raw material and healthy at the same time, as you can see at weaknesses 2 and traits 1 and 2. For the next one is recommendation of the alternative strategy for the organization based on the SWOT metric. The first one is maintain good relationship with the customer will help the Dunkin' Donut boost customer satisfaction. And also give training to new employees about maintaining good relationship with customer and may help reduce customer complaint. And
Now let's go for Quantitative Strategic Planning Metric QSPN. QSPN is the high-level strategy assessment tool for assessing potential plan. It is an empirical tool for weighing the risk of various options. According to the David 1986, quantitative strategic planning metric can be used to determine the relative attractiveness of different strategies being considered for potential implementation. The QSPN take a feedback from the stage 1 and compare them with the stage 2 outcomes. Then choose between the alternatives method. The table QSPN show the EFE and IFE are used in these potential plans. It determines type of approach that wants to follow after identifying and analyzing key strategic consideration as QSPN input. For the stage 2, strategies assessment methods such as SWOT, space metric, or IE metric model can be used to accomplish the objective. So the challenge now is to compare QSPN alternative solution and determine which one is extremely benefit to the objective. As a result of QSPN, which is some total attractiveness show with a technique is the most appealing. Harris will indicate a more appealing approach taking into account both applicable external and internal factors that can influence the strategic decisions. The result is 3.50 versus 3.17 indicates that creating products that are both inexpensive in terms of raw and material and healthy between opening store in the international market or ASEAN market. The difference between the sum total attractiveness score gives the indication of relative attractiveness of the one strategy over another.
so for the next part is a conclusion. Dunkin' brand will have a greater effect on the area it now serves and extend its footprint in the Northwest United States by implementing this strategic recommendation. And that's all from us about case study 3, which is Dunkin' Brand Group. And thank you.